With this video, I'm going to show you the MAEGIC Accounts Manager app. So when you're logged into the system, what you're going to want to do is come up here and click on Apps. It's going to give you a list of the current apps that are available, and I am going to click on Accounts Manager. Alright, so the first thing this app is going to do is ask you to create a data decipher. Now, a data decipher is a client-side encryption key used to encrypt and decrypt all of your personal data. Now, what client-side means is this data decipher gets stored in a cookie on your system. It does not get stored on our network, so no rogue administrators can decrypt your personal information. Now, because of that, I highly recommend that you write down this data decipher you're about to create here and store it in a safe place. If you lose it or forget it, there's no way that we can decrypt your personal information, so the only option you're going to have is to delete all your records and start over from scratch. Alright, so let's create our data decipher. First feature I'm going to show you is this show checkbox. This field is set up as a password field by default, so if you're at a public computer and you don't want somebody who's possibly behind you to see your decipher, make sure you have that unchecked. But if you're at a personal computer and nobody's around, you can check this box so you can see what you're typing here. Now I'm going to use demo app as my decipher, and I'm going to click on set data decipher. Now from here, if you don't have any records in this app yet, it's going to remind you not to forget or lose your data decipher. That's just a little warning message that pops up when you first start using the app. I'm going to close that by clicking the X. And I'm going to hover over options, and we're going to add a category. Now let's call this category bills and finance. Let's say bills and finances. Now let's add another category. Now you can see that I got a category in there. I got the delete category option. We're going to add another category, and we're going to call this one, let's say, social networks. Okay, so now that I've got two categories in here, you can see in this filter here, I can filter all my accounts by these categories in ascending or descending order. Alright, let's add a couple accounts here. I'm going to come up, hover over options, click on add account. Now you can see that it's got my categories that I created, so let's call this one bills and finances. Now, something important to know here is that I cannot search for data that's encrypted. It just won't work. So I've made notes of what's not encrypted. Your account name is not encrypted, so you can search for your account name, and your account notes are not encrypted. So you can search for any account for anything you put in your account name and your account notes. So if you're putting a credit card in here, don't put the credit card number in your notes because that data is not encrypted. So let's call this one Bank of America. And I'm going to set the login URL. Now, email address is optional. The account login, let's say it uses a login, I'm going to say Bob. And then if you're creating, here's another feature, if you're creating a new account with, say, Bank of America, I wrote this little feature into this app. You can just click on that, and it's going to give you a random strong password. Now if you want to make it even stronger, you can click in here and say let's add a special character. So I'm going to click on add account, and let's add another one real quick. Go to options, add account. Let's choose social network. We'll call this one Facebook. I'm going to paste the URL. Now Facebook requires an email address to log in, so let's just call this one demo@magic.net. Just going to do a random password, and I'm going to show you the search features here. So I'm going to type in demo Facebook keyword search, or we'll just do demo Facebook. And real quickly here, this keep login URL, if you check this box, like say if you're adding several accounts to the same website, if you check this box, it'll keep the login URL and the category you have selected. I'm not going to show you that, I'll just explain it real quick. So I'm going to click on add account here, and you'll see it shows up to where I can just click on the name and log into the site that I want to log into. Now it'll open it up in a new tab, so I can just go back and copy and paste the login and the password into the fields and log in that way. Makes it real easy to do. So let's close this. And then let me show you the filter real quick. say I just want to see all my bills and finances accounts. I'm just going to simply select that one, social networks, all accounts, and administration links. Click on manage. Got all my information. Now this random here, if I click on that, it's going to give me a new random password. And I got a little note down here. It says update your account to save the new random password. So if you just click on that, it's not going to save this new password until you click on update account. So I do that. Delete. If you click on delete, you can delete the account, obviously. And let's delete category real quick. Let's say I want to delete social networks. Delete category. Now you can see Facebook has no category. So the next feature I want to show you is the print accounts. This is just going to open up another window with a list of all your accounts and the passwords, so you can print it off just in case you lose your data decipher. You can write your data decipher on here, would be a good idea too. Alright, let me show you how to change your decipher real quick. Come up here and go hover over options or click on it, and I'm going to click on change decipher. Now again, I have a show if you're at a personal computer. If I want to change my decipher, you got to supply your current decipher and the new decipher, and what this does is it goes through all your records and changes the encryption. Well, at first it decrypts the encrypted data with your current decipher and then re-encrypts it with the new decipher you provide and confirm here. So I'm going to click on cancel, and now I'm going to show you how to clear your decipher. This little option here is just going to delete the cookies on the system you're using, so that say if you're at a public computer, nobody else can look in there at your cookies and try to copy your data decipher over. So I'm just going to click on clear decipher, and it's going to delete the cookies and then send me back to the app where it's going to ask to decrypt my data. Now I'm going to close this window, and I'm going to show you this option because this is very important not to lose this data decipher, because if you do, this is going to be your only option. What this is going to do is it's going to send you an authorization code to where you put that code into this app, and it'll go through and delete all your records, because if you forget that data decipher, you can't decrypt the data without it. So the only option you have, is very important, is to delete all your accounts and start over. So don't lose your data decipher. And that concludes the app demonstration. Thank you for watching, and I hope this app makes your life a little easier.